German Open, Padre, no matter your battle world best. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. My name is Chimezie Ozems. President Muhammadu Buhari has officially disbanded the Niger Delta Development Commission Board, which the Senate had earlier confirmed awaiting inauguration. The President has sent the names of 16-member board to the Senate for confirmation. The Red Chamber on 5th November 2019 confirmed appointments of Dr. Pius Odubu and Bernard Okumamba as Chairman and Managing Director of the NDDC, as well as 13 others and Miss Pope and pageantry for the members. However, their celebration was cut short Tuesday as President Buhari, in a letter to the Senate President, which was read on the Senate chamber, disbanded the board. This new development may have brought to an end the power play and the intrigues that have continued to rock the commission, which has crippled its activities for some months now. Trading activities at the Soso Road Market, Aba, that has been stalled for more than 20 years due to the poor state of the road, will soon become a thing of the past. This is because the 2.4 kilometer road reconstruction embarked upon by the present administration will be completed by March this year. The contractor handling the project disclosed this in an interview with MCL News. Stella Okechukwu reports.
The 2.4 kilometer Ososo Road in Aba is one of the strategic roads currently receiving attention by the Governor Ukeze Bazo administration. The road has remained impassable for the past 20 years, not until the Governor awarded the road for construction in 2018. In an interview with MCL News, some residents and traders along the road who were full of appreciation for the quality of work going on along the road, which is being done by cement pavement technology, said that economic and social lives are gradually returning in the area.
About the business and the but now Obidiano Tande Onyola Denageba Ekuerwala the governor is trying due to the new development we have seen. So
that time we are feeling bad because we cannot get money to pay for the shop, we cannot feed ourselves, feed our family, but now we are seeing the light. Things is coming better now.
We are not doing anything here. You can't see road to come to shop. When you come, you keep on sleeping. But today we have hope. At all said and done, we will see people now coming close to buy from us.
The way they are doing it, I believe, and I seek that it can last more than other rules.
Obi the mama. All he can because past years I know now whoever. Even our portrait, I should now read guy who's this I got for table. Even mini poto here and there. That's it. What goes this I got for table? I know when you hang him, I never will appoint. I never was I have money when I dry in a rare car in Agere. So, Obi, I am.
If I'm to speak for others, we are so excited because this place was deplorable. Well, you know, no business activities. But now with the construction, we are seeing life returning back, and we hope so. If the contractor can be up and doing in no distant time, life will fully return, business will fully return back to Ososo Road.
The road construction has advanced to St. John Anglican Church Junction. The project contractor said that the concrete pavement technology will soon be completed. It will be followed by a 7-centimeter asphalt, adding that Governor Ukeze Bazo has remained committed in realizing the project before the next rainy season.
We have finished the drainage. We are now on the concrete pavement. We thank God, and the governor have been supporting us financially. We are here working seriously. I know by the special grace of God, by the ending of next month, we'll finish the concrete pavement. And besides, they are still putting up the base for street lights.
The contractor, while assuring of quality job, thanked the residents of Ososo for their cooperation and support to the company. He assured that the road will soon be handed over to the state government for commissioning before the rainy season. Stella Okechukwu, MCL News.
The national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Mr. Uche Secondus, has raised the alarm that Nigeria is tilting towards a full-blown dictatorship under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Secondus said that PDP, after extensive consultations with legal experts, has decided to fully back former Governor Emeka Ihedioha as he returns to the Supreme Court to seek a review and possible reversal of the 14th January judgment. The PDP chairman stated this in his speech before the party's National ESCO Committee NEC meeting went into an executive session on Monday. Secondus said that the ultimate objective of the Buhari-led All Progressive Congress federal government is to force a one-party state on Nigeria. The Rivers-born politician further stated that the NEC meeting, which is the second within 10 days, is to enable the PDP to look into current political situation in the country. The member representing Isialambano Kigwe Onimbo Federal Constituency of Kigwe North, Obinna Owubarare, has lost out in the just concluded rerun election across the three local government areas last Saturday. The election, which was keenly contested by three candidates from the PDP, Obinna Owubarare, APC, Princess Miriam Onoha, and that of ABGA candidate, was said to be hitch-free. The winner emerged without records to malpractices or irregularities. The APC candidate in the race, Princess Miriam Onoha, pulled a total number of 23,690 votes as against Obinna Owubarare of the PDP, who got 9,710 votes. In an interview with the winner of the election, Miriam Onoha, she said the people have made the most informed choice. She said that the constituency has not enjoyed the best of representation, especially in the last 4 years, while asking the people to be expectant of quality and result-oriented representation. She thanked the electors for coming out in mass to exercise their franchise and protecting same till the final announcement. The National Assembly has expressed commitment to help the National Council for Arts and Culture, NCAC, take full control of its permanent site. This is to enable it to maximize the site for the benefit of Nigerians. Members of the House Committee made a promise in Abuja while commenting on unspent funds of government agencies. Members of the committee promised to look into the recent controversy surrounding the cultural village located near Sheraton Hotels in Abuja, with a view to securing the premises for NCAC. During the investigative hearing, NCAC Director General Otumba Shegun Rosewa stressed the need to ward off intruders to the art and crafts village so that the council can put infrastructure in place to empower Nigerians. He noted that if the art and crafts village facility belonging to NCAC is maximized, the site will boost internally generated revenue for the federal government. Rosewa restated that the site, which is worth 9.8 billion naira, belongs to Nigerians and must not be used for personal gains by unscrupulous individuals. Vice President Professor Yemi Osibajo has called on Nigerians to guide against all odds to ensure that the experience of the war 50 years ago does not repeat itself. He said the best way to preserve the future that the youth will be proud of is by providing the enabling environment for them to flourish. Professor Sibajo stated this at the special town hall meeting to mark the 50th anniversary of the end of the Nigeria Civil War, organized by the Ken Namani Center for Leadership Development at the National War Museum, Umuahia. Nora Okafor reports. That story will be brought to you in our subsequent bulletin. Fleeing the worsening security situation in the country, the Senate on Tuesday said it will pursue immediate implementation of community policing. Senate President Ahmed Lawal stated this in his speech to welcome senators from the Christmas and New Year recess. He reiterated that the security situation in the country requires serious attention and due consideration by the Senate and indeed the National Assembly. He said that the Senate will engage the executive arm of government to discuss the implementation of the recently launched National Security Strategy 2019. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday said no one in government should be afraid of audit if they have done the right thing. Buhari made the remark while encouraging public servants to see audit as a means of improving their performance and not as a threat. Declaring open the second edition of the Conference of Auditor General in Nigeria, Buhari challenged auditors to adhere to the professional code of conduct guiding their operations. A statement signed by his spokesman, Femi Adesina, said the president also charged auditors general in Nigeria to maximize the use of their constitutional powers in the fight against corruption. Buhari expressed concern that ineffective audits had contributed largely to governance problems over the years. He urged auditors to embrace good governance, accountability and transparency, which are the hallmarks of his administration. Commenting on the 2016 and 2017 annual reports of the Auditor General of the Federation, the President noted that the audit opinion is in line with the reality of corruption, mismanagement and misappropriation facing the nation. You are watching MCL News. Still to come. Medical experts highlight causes and prevention of numbness. Don't repeat mistake of Ebola outbreak. Nigerian Medical Association President. On the coronavirus, expert urges government to increase public awareness. Details of this and other reports will come your way after the break. Stay tuned.
All right, I'll get back to you. Welcome.
We are here for the results.
Wow, the lab results.
Yes.
Okay. Where is this man? She has malaria.
Malaria?
Yes.
What do you think should be prescribed for?
We prescribe Casimir tablets.
Casimir tablets?
Yes, Casimir tablets.
Casimir tablets get at letter and lumefantrine for inside. Casimir tablets now Maximum Brothers Private Limited for India. They make them, but na Grace-based pharmacy and store limited. Now then they distribute Casimir tablets for here. Casimir tablets get NAFDAC approval for take fight malaria, comot your family.
Casimir tablets, na correct anti-malaria.
Casimal tablets. Malaria.
Our esteemed viewer, thanks for your patronage of our programs and services, for which we say thank you. We remind you that at all times, you have the right to quality broadcasting. It belongs to you as well as the right to lodge complaints on broadcast materials or conduct of any broadcast station. MCLtv is open and receptive to your commendations, complaints and criticisms, as such comments strengthen and make us serve you better. Feel free at all times to address your reactions to National Broadcasting Commission, Enugu Zonal Office, Current Drive, Independent Layout, Enugu. You can email us at mbcenuguzone@yahoo.com or Modern Communications Limited, number 9B Obibo Avenue, Aba. MCLtv, the world in your home.
Mommy, mosquito is biting me.
When I ask you to use top rank insecticide. Top rank insecticide kills mosquitoes, cockroach, flies, and every other crawling and flying insects faster anywhere around you. NAFDAC approves top rank insecticide for its effectiveness. Use top rank insecticide and enjoy a peaceful night's rest. Available in all shops and supermarkets near you in 600 milliliter can and 300 milliliter can. Top rank insecticide is marketed nationwide by C Success Multi Services Limited. Telephone 0813-111-2348 or 090-960-22577. Top rank insecticide. What's worth doing is worth doing well.
Welcome back. You are watching MCL News. Medical experts have emphasized on the proper health tips to adhere to in order to prevent numbness. The tips were made known when MCL News spoke with public health experts on the subject. Ezin Nwafo has the details.
Numbness can be referred to a burning or prickling sensation that is usually felt in the hands, arms, legs, or feet. However, it can also occur in other parts of the body. The sensation occurs without warning, usually painless and described as tingling, skin crawling, and itching. Speaking of the health issue, health experts say that numbness is caused by pressure on a nerve, which includes sitting on one's legs crossed or falling asleep on the arm. On the other causes, medical experts has this to say.
Numbness occurs when there's a pressure on a part of the body, and blood supply is cut off due to that pressure. For example, you hold tight part of the body, like I'm holding tight this hand now. If I hold it tight for quite a long time, I'm going to cut off supply of blood to the nerves passing through this place, and you experience paresthesia or a degree of numbness, and so when that happens, you will lose the sense of touch, and because there's no more blood supply, there's no more blood oxygen to those nerves. They begin to die, as it were. But we have other situations when numbness can also come as a result of certain conditions in the body.
They equally noted that numbness, called pins and needles by English folks, can also be stopped and prevented. The medical expert stated that physical exercise and good sleeping posture can prevent it.
You avoid undue pressure on the part of the body for a long time. You have to avoid that. And another precaution is that you have to consider your age, and then you have to engage your limbs, upper and lower limbs, parts of the body, in exercises. When you're always engaged exercises, your supply, the blood supply to your body, is enhanced.
Meanwhile, numbness is a health condition that is common in humans. Research shows that diseases such as diabetes, neuropathy, migraine, stroke, seizures, amongst others, can also lead to numbness. 1814 MCL News.
The president of the Nigerian Medical Association, Dr. Francis Fadiyile, has warned the federal government to ensure that there are no bottlenecks that mitigated against the emergency by Ebola repeat itself. Fadiyile also tasked the federal government to equip all the points of entry with up-to-date equipment and ensure that medical officers attend to people with a high sense of suspicion. Fadiyile also expressed concern over the level of awareness regarding Lassa fever. He said that government should raise the bar by ensuring that the personal protective equipment is readily available. He advised that all patients who have fever must quickly get to the hospital for treatment, while those living around the bush should ensure a clean environment so that animals do not have access to their food. Still on health matters, a consultant in infectious diseases, Dr. Ayhan Akase, says that increased public education on disease prevention is the most effective way to prevent infectious diseases. Akase of the Department of Medicine, Lagos University Teaching Hospital, stated this on Monday while speaking to newsmen in Lagos. He said that public education is important in controlling epidemic, adding that preparedness should not be just about the hospitals and ministries of health. The consultant advised that sensitization and awareness campaigns should be high at the national, state, local, and facility level to ensure that everyone is abreast with the symptoms and preventive measures to stay safe. Akase stressed that the importance of being ready and alert while advising people to avoid practice that would endanger others. The novel coronavirus was first reported in Wuhan City, China on December 39, 2019 and has since been detected in 10 other countries including Thailand, Japan, France, and the United States. Talking sports, Aruna Kwadiri and Olajide Omotayo will today begin the battle against the rest of the world in the men's singles of the first ITTF World Tour in 2020, German Open holding at Gitek Arena in Magdeburg. Omotayo, who is 2019 African Games champion, has been handed a tough second round draw as the 24-year-old will slug it out against South Korea's Sigmund Cho on table 6. Kwadiri will await one of the winners in the first round of preliminary on table 3. Omotayo had earlier said that he will compete in some of the elite tournaments this year as part of his build-up to Olympic Games. For Kwadiri, it promises to be a long route to the main draw as only the top 16 players in the world were listed in the seeding list, while Nigeria is rated 18. This development has promoted Kwadiri's participation in the preliminary round, which serves as a pathway to the men. Also, German-based Omar Assa of Egypt will lead a 6-man Egyptian contingent to the German Open. Africa's most improved player in 2019, Ibrahim Dor, will be hoping to repeat the fate that saw him rose to 76 in the world in 2019. The Denmark-based star will be competing from the second round of the preliminary as he partners Nigeria's Omotayo in the men's doubles. That sports report brings us to the end of the news, but before we draw the curtain, here is a recap of our major stories. Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has called on Nigerians to guide against all odds to ensure that the experience of the war 50 years ago does not repeat itself. Trading activities at the Ososo Road Market, Aba, which has been stalled for the past 20 years due to the poor state of the road, will soon become a thing of the past. And we also brought you the story that Aruna Padiri and Olajide Omotayo will today begin the battle against the rest of the world in the men's singles of the first ITTF World Tour in 2020, German Open holding at Gitek Arena in Magdeburg. That was the news. Thanks for watching. My name is Chimezie Ozeb. Stay tuned for Akokowa with Chinyere Chibu. Good night. MCL